I'm gonna show you guys how to put soap into the bucket. You never wanna put too much soap or too little soap. When it's hot outside, if there's too much soap inside of the water, when you go to do the windows with your mop, it'll dry too quickly and you can't squeegee it off in time. So for a bucket, you're gonna put 2-3 gallons of water inside of it, and you need just a little squirt of Dawn dish soap. You don't want a ton. Just takes a little bit to make it so that your squeegee will slide over the window well. Once you put your soap in there, you get it mixed up with your mop. You want to keep the extra water from the bucket going back into, or from the mop back into the bucket. You don't want to make a big mess on people's houses. So you're going to want to drain it inside of the bucket, and then you can get it to where it's not draining too much at all. When you're going inside of a house, you definitely don't want this thing coming out of your bucket and dripping like this. It's gonna make a huge mess inside of people's houses. 50% of our customers will be livid, so you're gonna wanna keep this. If you're going inside of a house, you're gonna wanna get it really, really dry. You can even take your bucket and empty your bucket back into the bucket. Or if you're outside in bark chips, somewhere that's not on their driveway, somewhere they won't notice, and you can empty it there. So you want this always emptied before you go into a house. And you can double check before you go into the house. This is wet. As you pull it out, it shouldn't be dripping. On the outside of a house, kind of depends on the home, but you want a really wet mop, especially if it's hot. So you'll just get it wet. Do this, wring it out a few times, not to take all the water out of it.